This first problem comes from Chapter 8 and says, use the law of sines to find the value of x and y, round to the nearest tenth. I'm going to begin by finding the measure of the third angle in the triangle. Since the interior angles of all triangles add up to 180, I'm going to use this to find the measure of the last angle. Next, I'm going to simplify, subtract 134 from both sides, and my answer is z equals 46 degrees. Now I can replace the variable in my drawing with the measure of the angle and begin to label the triangle with the variables I need for the law of sines. The formula for the law of sines is sine A over A equals sine B over B equals sine C over C. Then I'm going to substitute in my angle measures and side lengths. I'm starting with the first two ratios to create a proportion where x is the variable I'm trying to find. I'm going to rewrite the proportion and cross multiply. This gives me x times the sine of 63 equals the sine of 71 times 18. Now I'm going to divide by the sine of 63 to get x by itself. X comes out to 19.1 units. Next, I need to find the length of side y, so I'm going to take the first and the third ratio and make a proportion. Then again, I'm going to cross multiply, which gives me y times the sine of 63 equals the sine of 46 times 18. Then I divide by the sine of 63 to get y by itself, and my answer comes out to y equals 14.5 units. Our final answers are x equals 19.1 units and y equals 14.5 units. This next problem states, a cylinder that is 6 inches tall holds 1 pound of oatmeal. To the nearest ounce, how much oatmeal will a similar 10-inch tall cylinder hold? I'm going to begin by drawing a picture of both the 6-inch cylinder and the 10-inch cylinder. I'm making sure to label the volume that each cylinder holds so that I know what variable I'm trying to find. I'm going to start by finding my scale factor so I can see that the ratio of the heights of the two cylinders are 6 over 10, so that simplifies to 3 over 5. Next, I'm going to find the ratio of their volumes. So I'm going to cube 3 over 5, and that comes out to 27 over 125. Now that I have my volume ratio, I can set up a proportion. So 27 over 125 equals 1 over x. Then I need to cross multiply and divide both sides by 27 to get x by itself. X equals 4.63 pounds, but since the question asks for the answer in ounces, and 1 pound equals 16 ounces, I'm going to multiply by 16 to get my final answer, x equals 74 ounces. Since this is a word problem, I'm going to write my answer in sentence form. So a 10-inch tall cylinder will hold 74 ounces of oatmeal. The last problem comes from Chapter 12 and says, when a coordinate grid is imposed over a map, the location of a radio station is given by 113 to 15. A town located at 149-138 is at the outermost edge of the circular region where clear reception is assured. How many miles can you be away from the radio station while still receiving clear reception? Since I'm given the coordinates of the center and a point on the outer edge of the circle, I can use the distance formula to determine the radius. The distance formula is d equals square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Now I'm going to substitute the x and y values and simplify. my final answer comes out to D equals 85 miles. But again, since this is also a word problem, I'm going to write it in a sentence, which will be, you can be 85 miles away from the radio station while still receiving clear reception.